This segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, welcome back, everyone. And in this segment, you can call us here at 737-7767. We'll open up the phone lines here. Till we get there, we've got two great guests on here. Tom, I just want to finish up just a little bit with you, Tommy, on your knives. Will you make such things? I mean, because we got fishermen and gals out there too. Will you make fillet knives?
Oh, I make fillet knives, yes.
You make fillet knives? So great fillet knives, hunting knives, skinning knives, knives of all sorts. Ladies, do they like their knives? Their special kind of knife that they like in the kitchen? I know. The boss over there saying, yep. But you know, we used to call them, my grandparents always called them paring knives or something like that. It was always her favorite, you know. I want my favorite knife, and if she got stuck with one, she just wouldn't do anything until she got her right knife. So, but you'll make those too. Right, I'm making the preacher that married us, we're good friends. I'm making he and his wife a kitchen knife set for Christmas. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome. Well, I tell you what, it's a great product. Everybody's got to have one. If you do any kind of cooking, I don't care if you are vegetarian.
Still got to cut up.
You still got to cut that carrot up.
Unless you want to gnaw it.
Yeah. Well, you made me twitch a little bit when you said that.
When you get to that root, though, you're gonna let it go. I promise. So cut that root off. Yeah. But I tell you what, just a great product. Tommy, how can they get a hold of you, brother? I'm on Facebook, and I've also Smith Made Knives on Facebook, and then my cell number is 318-294-2760. And I happen to know that's a Louisiana number. It is. But he lives in Cumberland Furnace, Tennessee. That's right. So you are from Halton, originally, Louisiana. Yes. Now, how far is that from Shreveport? About 15 miles. Yeah, it's not far. I'm from DeBerry, Texas, which was right on the Louisiana-Texas line. Right. So that's where I was raised and loved it. I went to Shreveport. First concert I ever went to was Kiss. In Shreveport,
I was Louisiana. Probably in that same concert.
We went there together. It freaked me out. I'm telling you, the country boys don't see much like that anymore. That's right. Good place though. But thank you, Tommy. Facebook, check him out. It's Smith Made Knives. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Hunt is a good friend of ours. Yeah. He was asking me, he lost a knife because they wouldn't allow him on the plane with it. Yeah, and they confiscated it. They confiscated his favorite knife. And he said, I'm looking for somebody to make me one just like it. And I said, watch the show tonight, Chris, and you'll find the man. Yeah. So he's watching. He said, I'm going to check with him. So good job there, and we appreciate Tommy being on the show. We're going to have you back, okay? Thanks, sir. We're going to have you back. Now, we got Chris Grantham here. Chris, I got to ask you about that liquid fertilizer. now, come on, dude. You know me. I've messed with it for years and years and years. And I was applying it when he was still in diapers. But I'm telling you, I've been watching that jug, and there's no sediment in the bottom.
Exactly. All the fertilizers that we make are chelated. And that's
now you do. You're gonna clean it up. Now I just want you to know if you chelate anyway.
That is a fancy term for saying that the fertilizer molecules are actually bonded to the water molecules in that jug. That fertilizer.
I'm glad you could straighten it.
That fertilizer there is out of a batch from last year, and as you can see, there's no sediment in there, and also because the molecules are bonded to the water molecules. Easier said than done. Yeah. It is. There's nothing in there that's going to stop your sprayer up. It's not going to stop up the tips on your spray boom. And when you pour it into your tank, you can put it in first and then put your water in, or you can put your water in and then put it in. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like with a lot of the other water soluble.
Does it foam a lot?
No, sir.
No foam. No foam to it?
No foam. It mixes.
See, I'm asking all right there.
Exactly.
I know.
I've been there.
He's used it before.
Hey, cleaning the filters off of those sprayers.
Let me tell you something.
About every 30 minutes when you get one that's full of that stuff.
Or what you can't stand is I used to do a 60-foot boom. So I was taking a 60-foot swath at one time off an air ride machine, and you get 4 or 5 of the last to clog up, you're down for a while because it's cleaning time. And it just makes you upset.
Well, when we started looking at the liquids for the food plots, there's some other manufacturers that have soluble liquids. You know, it's a powder that you mix, not necessarily for the food plots, but you know, there's a lot of water-soluble fertilizer out there.
But it never mixes well in the field.
Exactly.
I'm just telling you, I've been there too many times.
That's one of the main complaints that everybody we talked with had about a liquid fertilizer. And I've talked with people in all over the Southeast, farmers, plantation owners, outfitters, and every one of them expressed a interest in a liquid.
Well, don't you think, though, that's the way everything seems to be going anyway, is liquid, because there's less waste.
There's less waste, and because it's going in foliar, it doesn't take near as much actual fertilizer to get the same results that you would use with granular.
That's right.
This here, you put it out at 2 gallons per acre, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you look at actually all of the fertilizer is getting in the plant versus a percentage, as you were saying earlier, with the granular.
Maybe 60%.
If you're lucky. If your soil pH is perfect, you know.
I got a couple more questions for you, but we got a caller that's called in. And Taylor, how can we help you tonight?
I was wondering what kind of critters we could shoot on Saturday.
Squirrels.
Squirrels. Although it's free hunting day, Tyler, it is just squirrels.
You can shoot gray squirrels, you know, fox squirrels.
Gray squirrel, fox squirrel. How about those white monkey-faced squirrels? Can you shoot them?
If you can find a white monkey-faced
squirrel, I know where there are a bunch of them,
and it's of the fox squirrel or gray squirrel variety, you are good to go.
Tyler, don't listen to me, buddy. I'm telling you, I'll get you in trouble. But squirrels are the only thing that we can actually hunt this Saturday. That's the only thing legal. Although what they mean by free hunting day is that everybody can go. You do not have to have a hunting license to go. But remember this, if you're under the age of 16, you still have to have an accompanying parent or guardian that's above 21. So make sure you have that. If you're below 16 or below, you got to have somebody accompany you that's 21 or above. That's just part of it, but that's the way you get Grandpa off the couch and you know, quit eating that vanilla ice cream. Come on out here and join me. You know, that's how you got to do it.
It is.
So Tyler, thank you so much for the call, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, I'm glad these kids are getting involved.
Yeah.
You know that. I just dropped my microphone for the.
Well, you do that at least once a week.
Once a week, all right. Regardless whether I need it or not.
That's right.
All right, here's the other thing I wanted to ask you about on spraying. Now, you're not spraying anything that's a killer or a gramoxone or anything like that. So wind drift, doesn't really come into compliance at all.
It's not.
I mean, you might drift a little bit over there to the neighbor's corn. He's going to thank you for it.
He's going to thank you, and the deer and the turkey are going to thank you too.
The deer and the turkey are really going to thank you.
And that's another great thing about the fertilizer is you don't just have to spray it on your food plot.
Don't give away my tip now. Wait a minute. Just hold off on that thought, because that's ain't my tip now.
You're doing like y'all did a couple weeks ago.
He's into my ground now. We're going to give that as a tip now. Hold on.
Let's just say it has many uses.
It does have many uses.
And many benefits.
Can I ask you another question?
Okay.
Is this safe to put in ponds?
In ponds?
Yes.
Yes.
I figured it was, since it's already water soluble.
Exactly. Everything that we use in our products is derived from feed-based.
Because I want to tell you something, Chris. What I think people are missing now, I've already done it, so I'm already guilty. But I take my favorite fishing places that I like to go fish on Percy Priest and Old Hickory, since it's right here in our own backyard, and I've taken that and fertilized my water. Now it's microbial, so it drifts in a molecular state, but it does settle. It is a little heavier.
It is.
So it'll go to the bottom. Well, what have I done? I've created an algae base. I'm growing it. I got fish all in it. I got little bitty fish feeding big fish. So I'm saying this is not only for hunting for food plots and things like that. Fishermen could be smart and use this and create their own fishing habitat.
They can, but you know, you want to use the right tool for the job.
Hey, I know what you're talking about.
We have a fish pond fertilizer that is a liquid. It's 1137O mix. You put 1 gallon to the surface acre. Get out there with your trolling motor, pour it in the prop wash, let it stir it up.
Stop it!
You're done. It is just that simple.
I take my trolling motor and I put it on about 70 and I pour it right in front of that thing and I just a gas in it. And it just shoots that stuff right there where I want it to go. It's like shooting it with a bazooka or something. You're just blowing it right where you want it to grow.
Well, anybody that's ever fertilized a pond using granular fertilizer, you get up there and you pour it in.
Yeah.
And you watch it go to the bottom, straight to the bottom. Well, this liquid
goes like this.
It's like that. And it's so easy to use.
I ought to be on the sales staff.
Hey, listen, we are covering. I've been on the road for 3 days straight.
I know.
He probably needs some more
He
sales.
probably needs some relief.
I need some salesmen. I need some delivery guys. I mean, I started out Tuesday in Mississippi delivering over there. A lot of interest over in Mississippi from the Jackson, Mississippi Outdoor Show, and then we delivered some up in here from folks that were interested from the Huntsville Show. And this past weekend we had Buckmasters in Montgomery Expo down there.
So you're about
and had a lot of people interested there. And tomorrow,
now hold on, because we're going to tell them where they can get this. Okay, we're going to tell them that. But now we got to do our tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is being brought to you by Davidson County Farmers Co-op. This will be a great one for you right there, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Your hometown store. Let me tell you something. I've been posting on Facebook. You got to check out the Davidson Farmers Co-op, their Facebook page. They're having sale after sale after sale after sale, and they got all kinds of things going on right now. Check them out on Facebook for their latest. All right, here's your great tip. People are already on Facebook going, my acorns are increased. I got so many acorns. I got this. I got that. Take your favorite tree, the one that you love, the one that you got to stand nearby, and if you'll take this liquid fertilizer, and if I'm telling the truth, if you'll take and put it in a pump-up sprayer, something you can carry in the woods with you, take and just spray around, and I'm talking about like a 6 or 7 foot circumference all the way around that tree, around the root system, your acorns will be better than any of the other acorns being produced in the whole area. Then you're going to find out that theory I've been talking to you about the dominant tree theory. Mm-hmm. You're going to find out what I'm talking about. You just sit up in that stand and watch what happens. When those acorns start dropping, you're going to be the luckiest hunter in the woods. So I'm telling you, I do know what I'm talking about on that, because there is a dominant tree theory, and it does work. Hey, we got to take another break. Visit some of our
fine sponsors, and then when we get back, we'll get to talk a little bit of food with Mr. Courtney
that
over here.
Smell is just, I mean,
right. Yeah, it makes me hungry every week. By the end of the third segment, I'm dying.
Killing us. We're going to start charging you. Hey, we'll be right back with more Southern Woods and Waters.